So a couple months ago, I found myself playing Ravenfield, a very cool game by the way that I definitely recommend checking out if you haven't. But anyways, I found myself playing Ravenfield, and as per usual when I'm playing a single player game, I like to have YouTube videos pulled up on my second monitor. What I usually do is I put them all up in a queue, like videos from subscriptions that I tend to watch, and then I just let it ride while I'm playing the game. But this time, I forgot to do that, and I just let YouTube autoplay to a video, and what came up after the one that I chose originally was an Asmongold video, and I'd never watched Asmongold before, so I found that kind of weird, but I let it ride. I decided I'd let it play out. And it's not like I didn't really know who Asmongold was. I mean, it's actually impossible not to know who he is. He's massive on the internet, and he's gone viral for a lot of particularly gross things having to deal with vermin of all sorts, so think of raccoons,
This is raccoon number 6.
cockroaches, spiders, etc.
The thing is, I used to use a dead rat as an alarm clock.
All sorts of stuff like that, so it's hard to miss him. He's basically just the rule 34 of reaction creators. If there's a video or something that exists, he's reacted to it. Anyways though, I found myself watching that video, and it was one of those really long reaction videos that he does that are just taken directly from his live stream. And then after that, it auto-played another one, and I watched that one all the way through. And then for the next like month or so, they kept on auto-playing, and I just kept on watching them. I didn't really ever turn them off. So I was trying to think, why? Why am I watching these Asmongold videos? Because on the surface level, it really seems like there should be no reason I would be watching his videos, because firstly, all he does is make reaction content for the most part on videos that I've either already seen or really have no interest in. So it's like, why am I here watching these? And then second, he treats his body like a zoo. Not something I can recommend, and he says that often. That's directly from him, he says that.
Some people treat their body like a what is it called? A temple. I treat mine like a zoo.
Third, all of his videos are just like Twitch VODs. They're all freestyle. There's like no real planning or anything into them. Which when it comes to long form content, usually when I watch it, there is structure to them of some sort, and they're pre-planned, or they're at least cut down in a way that feels planned, I guess. Well, a lot of his videos, while they are edited, they're mostly just giving you the VOD. That's pretty much it. And not to discredit his editors or anything, because their edits are really good, especially on the Clips channel. But when it comes to the long form content, a lot of it is it just feels like direct VODs. So anyways, I just decided, you know what? I'm gonna call this phenomenon the Strange Case of Asmongold. Ooh, video title. And my goal became to build a better understanding of why I enjoy watching his videos. After ruminating on it for a few days, maybe a few weeks, just off and on, whenever I was watching his videos, really, I would think about it. I came up with a few likely culprits as to what was making me want to watch his videos, and that's what I'm here to share with you guys today. Culprit number 1. I think Asmongold is really smart. Stay with me now. So I know if you're an outsider, or if maybe you're just one of his viewers, you might be thinking, what is he going on about? Where is he going with this? So I don't think necessarily everything he says is super smart. I think he does have some really bad takes sometimes, especially when it's something that he's not informed about. Sometimes he'll go off and speak a bunch of nonsense that just doesn't make any sense at all. So maybe not in that regard. But what really does make him smart is a few different things. He's really quick when it comes to comebacks. He's really quick when it comes to answering comments on his Twitch video or on his Twitch streams. And then when it comes to like the videos that he's watching, he's also really good at adding his own input in them. That feels very well planned. It doesn't feel like he's saying these things on the spot, but he is. It really just feels like he went into it with a pre-planned thing to say. It's honestly impressive. That in itself is very smart. Not very many people can do that the way that he does. He's so quick with those answers and responses. It's insane. And like I said, he doesn't always know what he's talking about. But overall, it always just feels like he has a really good idea of what he's talking about, even if he doesn't, which honestly makes me second guess myself a bit and makes me wonder if it's just charisma over intelligence. Which leads me to culprit number 2. I think he's a very, very charismatic person. And I think this charisma stems from a couple different roots. Firstly, I'd say it's his sureness about everything he says. And then second being the straightforward nature of everything he says. It always feels like he's very straightforward with everything. So like I was saying earlier, he always feels like he knows what he's talking about. And I think this sureness that he has kind of makes him sort of similar to a mentor. Now, obviously, I don't think anybody should take Asmongold as their own personal mentor, especially because I know a lot of you are some parasocial freaks, and that is the last thing you need. But all I'm saying is he has a similar vibe to a good mentor. If you have a mentor in your life, you probably know what I'm talking about. They usually have a similar sureness to everything that they say. So yeah, sureness, 1. But now onto like that straightforward nature that I was talking about. A large portion of the time, he seems to be very straightforward and honest with the things that he's saying. And let's say even if he isn't, it really comes off that way. It always feels like he's just saying what he personally and like actually believes in. Of course, he's going to leave out details that he doesn't want to share with, again, these parasocial freaks. But in general, he seems like he's very straightforward and honest with everything he says. And I think that's also a good trait of someone that has a lot of charisma. When somebody is always straightforward and honest, or at least feel like they are, you tend to like them more, and they tend to grab your attention a bit easier and make you want to continue listening. And that trait, paired with the sureness from earlier, it like combines into the ultimate charismatic ball, I guess. That just makes him a super, super likable content creator as a whole. Culprit number 3. Number 3. He makes me feel better about who I am. When I look at his living conditions, I look back at my room and I think, you know, maybe that's not so bad. And when I go on an occasional soda binge, I think, oh, at least I still drink water. And then if I ever, let's say, let a cockroach or spider get away after trying to take it outside or kill it, I think, well, at least it's not crawling all over me. Now, that's mostly a joke reason, although there's a little bit of merit to it. Here's the real third reason, and one that honestly came to me a lot more recently. After I came up with the first two, this was a lot more recently. So, Asmongold is someone who can have a positive influence on a lot of people. And he is a really unique position with this, just because he's lived his life in such an unhealthy way through his actions, his living conditions, etc., that if he ever makes a positive change with his huge fan base that he's amassed, they've witnessed his unhealthy lifestyle, they've witnessed what it's done to him, and if he makes the positive change, they will be more likely to be influenced by that positive change and think, you know, maybe it's worth changing how I live my own life a little bit. And the reason why I bring this up is because recently I saw something how he started to change his lifestyle a bit for the better due to health reasons. He started exercising, I know he started eating better, drinking more water rather than soda. And this is something that, like I said, will have a huge impact on his fan base for the better. I'm sure it will make a lot of people think, you know, if he can do it, so can I. I can make my life better. In a lot of ways, he's basically just Nikocado Avocado. Since, you know, he recently lost all that weight and all that. Not really, though. Not really. Of course, I'm happy for both of them. Both really positive changes for the better. And just seeing somebody turn their life around in that way, it just makes me feel good. Because I'm like, it's just impressive. And, of course, I never want somebody to live in a way that is so detrimental to their health. I don't want that for anybody. So it's a positive thing that I love to see. The fact that he actually did something about it has made me have a lot more respect for him recently. And it makes me think that that's the biggest culprit for why I like watching him so much now. Because before, it's like, cool, he does all these things that are interesting to watch. But there's almost a sense of guilt to it. It's like I'm watching a zoo animal being treated poorly at the zoo. And now I don't have to feel that way. I'm like, now I'm watching a zoo animal being treated properly in the zoo, which is that much better. So yeah, definitely a huge culprit for that. But yeah, jokes aside, I think I've got my point across as to why I think Asmongold has really taken a grasp of my viewing time and why I've spent more and more time watching him and why so many other people have spent so much time watching him as well. Why he's really grabbed the attention of the internet. But yeah, let me know if you have any other thoughts to add on, any reasons why you personally like to watch them in the comments down below. I'd love to hear them. On 3 reasons is definitely not very many, and I'm sure there's a lot more reasons why other people enjoy watching them. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below. And the music in this video is from TODD. I'll leave a link down below in the description. The outro is from your best friend Jippy. Again, link in the description to find them both. They make really good music. Check them out. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like down below and subscribe. That super helps out the channel. And anyways, I will see you later. Bye-bye.